Hi YouTubers, I had a question recently to look at a compare and contrast of various punches. Long fist or long to medium range where there's no contact, and then into close sticking range where you'll use Wing Chun punches. Now that's a massive subject, so I'm going to break it into two separate videos. This first video is all about the long fist punches, and we'll look at how the body moves in a long fist punch. If you learn how to do this, some people will say it's in Wing Chun, some people will say it's not Wing Chun, but if you learn how to do it, you'll know how to defend against it. So we're going to start off, this is Tadas, I'll introduce Tadas. I apologise that it's Tadas today, he's not the best looking student I've got, but he's very willing. Okay, so what we're going to look at, let's have a look at the positions. I'm going to start at a slight angle, Tadas, if you just be there, is because I want you to see the position that I'm in. When I face somebody here, I want to be in a position where I can slide into this gap if I'm of the same copied stance. It allows me to move around this gap, it allows me to move in, it allows me to move around. So it's important that I am not standing like this, square on, because if I stand square on, he could smash me in the face, and will do, because Tadas was not great for demo, he'll just hit me. Hit me, Tadas. Yeah, no, totally. Right, so I'm like so. Now, if I'm free hitting, and he's free hitting, it becomes the person who is the quicker, the person who is in the best position. So when I throw my punch, the first thing I have to do is I will rotate. So long fist punches, elbows are usually in, and what I'll do is I'll rotate. Of course I'll carry my feet with me when I move, and I'll carry my second foot when I move, but I'm rotating along this line here, and it would be silly of me to punch against the rotation. So if I'm rotating here, I don't want to be out there. You see a lot with uppercuts where people don't rotate. What they'll do is they turn with an uppercut, and when they go like this, they'll go. Now, if I'm doing that as an uppercut against that, look at the position I'm in. Tadas can push me over. He can knock me flying from that position. So I've got to make sure that everything is within the rotation here, and rotating to screw down to one side and rise back up on the other. And I can fray all the way through to my toe and rotate all the way around this toe, like this. So if I'll do it without moving my feet, but if I'm throwing the left, I'll turn, the fist will go out like sawing wood, and at the end of the fist, I will turn my hand 3/4. I like 3/4. Some people will go full rotation, some people will do flat. The reason I don't like flat at distance is because if I throw flat, you can hit over the top of it. Like so, don't even need to parry, just hit over the top. Boom. Can you see? There's a hole here for him to hit. This is where I'll do the compare and contrast with short fists, because short fists are all about control. So when I turn, it allows my shoulder to rotate slightly, and it covers this. So even if he catches me, he's not catching me here and knocking me spark out. He's catching me higher, and I'm taking the power away. And the reason I like 3/4 is simply by turning it that way, you can run into anything above the collarbone, you can run into your fingers if you haven't got the gloves on. So 3/4 sits really nicely here. Really nicely here. And you see, there look, my fingers, there, 3/4, and allows this turn. So here look, there look, rotation to 3/4. Control, chin back, not down, chin back, and rotate. Of course, the long fist punch allows this rotation across the line. Each time I'm doing this, a pop, pop, here. Even if I'm doing a different punch, I have the same rotation. So if I'm here like this, 1, 2, same rotation back, brings me back with the hooks, so 1, 2, there's the hooks. I have to move for an uppercut, 1, 2, the rotation comes as he turns back in, there's the uppercut, look, because he follows me with his head, there's the uppercut, just look, it's turning in, all the time I'm doing this. So what I want to be able to show when I carry my feet in is I've got power from doing this. This is the power, I'm driving these shots in. Now as a Wing Chun person, I want to stop this power. I don't want to be engaging with it unless I'm really good on my feet. I advise you to get to use these punches. When you spar, let people spar with these punches, because they're not going to be sparring like this. That's not what they're going to be doing. They're going to be here. They're throwing punches and moving around, hitting, and they're rotating off this with their punches. So get used to using this, and then we'll compare and contrast in the next video. Remember, everything you do, you should be able to reproduce it. It should make total sense, and you need to test it. If it's none of those things, then forget it. You've got to be able to do it. Again, look, take your feet with you, rotate. See, I'm rotating across the line. Here to hit, rotating with the hooks, right down to the feet, rotating with the uppercut. I would step to here, rotating with the uppercut. It can be elbows. I can even do overhand rise with the same rotation. It's the rotation of the body that does it. Here, look, same rotation. Doesn't matter where I go as long as I rotate. Get used to it, spar it, have fun. Subscribe!